Restart.
Restart. Okay, give me 1 second. Settings, audio.
Oh yeah, now it's working.
It's working? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so after 2 years, 2 years and some change, that is the end of my microphone. And I got to thank my wife for helping me out because other than that, I would have never known. I would have been talking and I've been quiet the entire time. So let's start all over again, if you will. I'm Reverend Shaun Robert Grant. Welcome to Heart of Christ Ministry 2022. So happy to be here. We got a great message for you today. Some really important, pivotal stuff as it relates to our ascension in physical reality, but more importantly, our ascension in spiritual reality and how that relates to our ability to show up, to be the very best that we can be in every single sense of the word. But you know, this ministry is all about money consciousness and money counseling. So today we're going to get into that and we're going to take it to an entirely new level. And it surrounds the whole idea of gratitude. But before I get into that, let's rock and roll here with some business first. If you have any questions, any feedback that you would like to give Heart of Christ Ministry, I know it's been some time, but a few of you have written as we've been off the air over the last few months. So I want to thank you for that. Your questions have been great and terrific. I think it's just truly dynamic that people are interested and really driven to really find out things that can help them. So continue to do that. Write to us at ShaunG04@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And with that being said, if this ministry has helped you in any way, shape, or form, if you feel you've benefited and you've risen higher as an individual on your spiritual journey, please, please feel free to donate to us at VENMO, Heart of Christ Ministry, PayPal, ShaunG04@gmail.com, and ZELLE is ShaunG04@gmail.com as well. We greatly appreciate you doing that. And if you decide to do that, we're bringing back the prosperity, the endless prosperity pack, right? And what that is 5 hand-selected videos that you're going to receive that's going to take you from 0 to 1 million as it relates to prosperity. And you're just going to love it. It's something that you'll want to study. It's something that you'll want to dive into and just really transform your money consciousness, because that's what it comes down to here at Heart of Christ Ministry, is really helping you to build that wealth that allows you to live life the way that you want to live. And you will receive that endless prosperity pack with any gift that you decide to give and donate to Heart of Christ Ministry. Once again, we'll pull that back up. Venmo, Heart of Christ Ministry, PayPal, ShaunG04@gmail.com. Zelle, it's not listed, but Zelle is the same as PayPal, ShaunG04@gmail.com. All right. And so with that being said, guys, thank you so much in advance for that. That'll pop up at the end of the segment today, but let's get rocking. Heart of Christ Ministry 2022, pulling yourself out of financial trouble with your own superpower. Okay? Pulling yourself out of trouble with your own superpower, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Okay? And the reason why gratitude is your superpower, well, guess what? I'm going to show you why. But before I get into anything initially, I was reading this book called The Optimist Creed. It was towards the end of last year. And this is a book that it's kind of like my second Bible, if you will, because it's like 600 pages, and every single aspect of this book has wisdom, knowledge, insight, and understanding that can help you in just about any and every single area of life. And so what I did is, excuse me, I studied this book from literally from cover to cover. It's written up, I've taken notes on and everything else, and it's just really, really helped me to progress in my life. One of my favorite books ever, Optimist Creed by Christian Larson. And in one of the sections, I forget what it is, but I gotta check back with it. He talks about the only reason that people struggle, the only reason that people fall into a sense of lack. You want to know why? Is because a lack of gratitude. Okay? It's a lack of gratitude. Now, at first glance, to someone coming to you on a third dimensional level, that might not even sound like it goes together. But if you've been with us long enough, you understand Heart of Christ teaches you how to generate and manifest money on a spiritual level, on a mental level, to the point where, as Reverend Ike used to say, you work your mind, you won't have to work your behind. And he used to say that to be funny, but he was also being truthful along the lines that if you use your mind, if you use your emotions, your feeling, your spirituality, you will begin to see life reflect that. Why? Because life is just a reflection of our consciousness. Consciousness, thinking, feeling, and eventually the behavior and the actions that come from that thinking and feeling. Okay? So Christian Larson hit it right on the nose when he said people struggle, people lack in abundance because they're lacking in gratitude. So let's get into it. Number one here. Why is gratitude the superpower when it comes to money and financial issues? So really think about that question and really ask yourself, so what would make a difference between gratitude? And it really follows up with what I got for number two. But I want you to think about this because understand when there's a lack of gratitude, there is always the idea, and I keep in mind, quote unquote, the idea that something is missing. Okay? A lack of gratitude tells us that something is missing in our life when we know, without a doubt, that everything that we need is within us, right? Life is only projecting what is within us, what is within our consciousness. And until we understand that, we can have faulty perception that makes it look like we're apparently lacking in some form or fashion, right? So here's the beautiful thing when it relates to the idea of money and financial issues. And I'm going to say this a couple of times because I want you to hear it. You are never, you are never, you are never under any circumstance lacking any type of money or financial substance or abundance that you may need. You are never lacking. The only thing that's lacking is your ability to perceive that it's already there. Now, before I get too far ahead, why is that the case? Because God has given us everything in the form of thought, in the form of mind, in the form of feeling, in the form of the invisible spiritual reality that determines what is going to show up in your life, right? So when we know everything that's going on outside of us in third dimensional physical reality is a result of what we've downloaded within ourselves, in our minds, in our feelings, right? In our behavior. If we understand that, guess what's going to happen? We're going to see where it lines up and we're going to see where it doesn't line up. So understand that there is only abundance in the mind of God, which is in the entire universe. Why would we ever have to lack? Right? Why would lack even be an issue? It's because we're choosing to perceive lack, right? And so you ask yourself, well, why is gratitude the superpower when it comes to money and financial issues? And here we go. Number two, gratitude moves you from lacking to having. And why is that? Because instantly, the whole idea of thank you says thank you. You're receiving. You're receiving already on the energetic level, right? And in receiving on the energetic level, guess what? You already got it, right? Here's the reality of life. God has already blessed us with everything. The universe, the divine has already blessed us with every single thing that we could need, but we have to come to the place in mind and in spirit where we can vibrate at that same level, and then that allows that thing to manifest itself onto the screen of life, right? But the fact of the matter is, the truth of the matter is God has already given us everything, no matter what it is. It can be money, it can be a career, it can be a relationship, it can be your health. It's already there. It's already there, and it's already inside of you, right? So gratitude takes you to the place of, instead of I don't have this, says, thank you. I already have this. I am so happy and grateful that I already have this. And then you know what happens? That feeling, that vibration, that energy, all of a sudden reshapes life to the degree of you having exactly what it is that you've desired. And the only reason you desire is because you've been unaware that you have it within from an energy standpoint first. And this gets back to what we were talking about with the Optimist Creed and Christian Larson. Christian Larson tells us right off the bat, the only reason we struggle is because of gratitude. And gratitude is just the idea of having what's already yours. It's that simple. Okay? It's that simple. So if you're lacking anything in your life, I guarantee you it's because you hadn't been grateful enough to experience it. And I'm going to show you here with number 3 how it's supposed to be done efficiently and properly to where it unfolds in a way that takes you to a whole new dynamic level. And I'm telling you, man, it is telling you from experience. It's going to take you to higher love. I just heard that song recently. But that's the thing that comes to mind when I think about what gratitude can do when it's done in a focused capacity, when it's done in a way that is conducive to you, what? Having, right? So before I move on, here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at any area of your life, but for the sake of a money ministry, money consciousness, look at the amount of money you have. Do you have enough? Right? And be honest with yourself. Do you have enough to do the things that you really choose to do from a heart's perspective? Right? Because that's the true desire. That's the true stuff that God places in there. Do you have the ability to do that? Right? Well, guess what? If not, that's okay. You got to step into being grateful. Okay? You got to step into being more grateful for what it is that you want to call forth into your life. And I'm telling you, when you do this, it has the ability to change your life in a matter of days. That's how powerful it is, right? My wife and I were looking on a chart today. I forget who it was. I know David Hawkins did the original one of Human Scale of Consciousness, but there was somebody else who did a chart, and it said from 0 to 1,000. At 1,000, it was God's consciousness. At 900, it was gratitude. Shows you how powerful gratitude is, okay? So we'll move to number 3, all right? And this is what I really want you to get. You've listened this far, stick around, because it's really important for you to get this, and to get this really in a way that you can use it, okay? So let's read it on. Gratitude will transform your entire money situation when done efficiently. I won't say it 3 times. Gratitude will transform your entire money situation when done efficiently. Gratitude will transform your entire money situation when done efficiently. And what do I mean by being done efficiently? Well, this is how it is. You got, and this is not a knock on anybody, because this is what people are taught. And so when people are taught this, what winds up happening is they do things a certain way in a certain capacity. Okay? That's what it comes down to, right? They're doing what they're taught. And so certain books will touch on gratitude, but they won't dive completely into it. Christian Larson in the Optimist Creed is probably the first individual. Catherine Ponder from the not the Golden Key Ministry, but she has a prosperity ministry. You may know her. You're familiar with her. Unity. There you go. Unity. She touches on it a bit. Okay. But I think what happens is we've never been enlightened, which I'm going to do here right now, to the truth of how powerful gratitude can be because we don't know how to use it. And why? Because here's what happens. And I've said this myself a bunch of times. Spend 5, 10 minutes in gratitude. But here's the thing. Sometimes life is so lopsided with the lack of gratitude that we need more than 5 or 10 minutes to rebalance it out to where we're having complete and utter and fullness, the fullness of gratitude present. So 5 or 10 minutes, 15 minutes ain't gonna cut it, right? You know what you gotta do? You gotta set your timer. You gotta take your phone, bang, set that bad boy for an hour, and you gotta sit for an entire hour, maybe even more throughout the day, and you gotta focus on gratitude. And whatever it is in your life that you're looking for, let's say it's thank you, God and me. Thank you, Supreme Infinite Intelligence in my subconscious mind, for the unlimited amount of money that is available right here, right now, under grace in a perfect way. And you stay with that quote or something similar, something that creates a feeling of gratitude within you. You stay with it for an entire hour. And you don't have to say it out loud. You can say it to yourself, but you stay in that feeling for an entire hour. And you know what happens? It changes the scope of your entire life. Why? Because our life is just determined by the attention that we're placing onto certain things, right? So we need gratitude like a mofo if the majority of the other time we're focused on lack and struggle and hardship and all these things that are being fed to us through stimulation. We've got to get to that place where gratitude, you take that entire hour and you may say, oh, well, I don't know if I have enough time to do that because no. You can do it with work, right? Most people get 30 minutes, hour lunch break, split it in half. Have an apple, the other 15 minutes, stay focused on gratitude. When you wake up in the morning, wake up that extra hour, that extra half an hour to stay focused on gratitude, right? To stay focused on gratitude. When you get home, instead of popping on the television, if you've been working all day, go into the bedroom, into a quiet room, and take 1 hour and focus on gratitude. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because I'm fortunate enough to live a life where I choose to do what it is that I want to do. And the reason I can do that, I promise you, is because of gratitude. And here's why gratitude scientifically works. So we talked a bit about it in number 2. It works because you move from a state of lacking to a state of having. But this is why it works. So a long time ago, in a Heart of Christ episode, we discussed why consciousness creates reality. Well, guess what? What is consciousness? We said it: thinking, feeling, acting, your behavior, your entire energy field, and how it moves in life. So when your consciousness becomes abundance, peace, love, joy, which is directly rooted from the repetitive application and implementation of gratitude, your entire consciousness changes. And if the consciousness changes, the reality has to change. If the reality changes, you're going to see everything around you change. So we started doing this. My wife and I started doing this. And what we noticed is nothing on the outside had changed, but we felt completely and utterly 1,000,000 times better about life. And nothing on the outside had changed, but everything had changed within our hearts, within our minds, within our vibrations, and our very beings. Everything had shifted, right? All because we focused on gratitude for an entire hour. I think we did 2 hours that day. And when I tell you, all of a sudden, one financial opportunity after the other began to just show up. It was almost as if they were just like, whoa, 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 like coming through, like the bulls coming through the ring, and they were just waiting to come through. But the fact of the matter is we had to get to that vibrational level where we were in unison and completely on point with that gratitude, with that thankfulness. But everything was just waiting. And then we finally stepped onto that level, and then bam, bam, bam. one financial opportunity right after the other. And it wasn't even like it was like a hard-working financial opportunity. I want to teach you something with Heart of Christ Ministry. Go back and watch these videos. Money doesn't equate to hard work. It does not equate to hard work. It equates to you fixating your mind. I want to teach you how to make money, right? I want to teach you how to make money by using your mind, by using your heart, by using your vibration and your feeling, not your physical hands and your body and stuff like that. That just wears you out, right? You want it to where it comes easy and effortlessly under grace in a perfect way. And that is what happened when gratitude came to the forefront. It just became easy. Easy. Like easy, right? And it was all because of the shift in consciousness from a sense of lacking to a sense of having, because gratitude was the focal point. Gratitude was where the attention was. I'm telling you, you take 1 hour a day, 1 hour, maybe even more, and you focus on being grateful for money, focus on being grateful for career, any of that stuff, and you stay with it, it's going to transform your life. And I'm going to tell you how it's going to transform your life. After the first time of doing it, you're going to feel better. Okay? You're going to feel better. And then once you feel better, you stay with it. You stick with it. You keep going. And then after you feel better and you keep going with it, your life's going to change. It's going to transform. It's going to be like, damn, this could have happened like 5 years ago. Why is it happening now? Because you are changing. Your consciousness is changing on the inside. I got a few actors that watch this. Let's say you don't have the roles that you want as an actor. Guess what? You're not grateful. You're not grateful enough to have those things, right? Because whatever we're lacking is what we fail to express an adequate level of gratitude for. Because gratitude is just having. So you take your time and you go and you be thankful for those roles that you're looking for. And I'm telling you, it's going to make all the difference. It's going to make all of the difference. And it's that simple. It's that simple. Gratitude, an attitude of gratitude. Take it for what it is. Rewatch this video, study it. I promise you, unlike anything else, it's going to transform your life. It will transform your life. I promise you. All right. With that being said, that wraps up today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, if you have any feedback, please write to us at ShaunG04@gmail.com. We'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Why? Because we love you and we want you to succeed. We want you to develop. We want you to become the powerhouse that we know you are in every single sense of the word. Okay? So write to us when you get a chance. If you feel this message has impacted you as much as it impacted me to deliver it, guys, please donate. Don't hesitate. Whatever you give, get it multiplied in your life, right? So don't hesitate to give. We got a multitude of ways to give or donate, blah, 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 tongue tied. Venmo at Heart of Christ Ministry. PayPal, ShaunG04@gmail.com. ZELLE, ShaunG04@gmail.com. Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance. If you do decide to do that, it's helping the ministry to grow, and we appreciate you. And if you do decide, any gift that you decide to give that, we are going to share with you the Endless Prosperity Pack, right? 5 hand-selected videos. It's going to take you from 0 to 1,000 in financial freedom. And you're going to be like, man, this is so awesome. I'm feeling it. It feels good. I love it. It's a beautiful thing. It truly is. Take advantage of it with the size of any gift that you decide to give, ladies and gents. And I want to tell you, thank you for joining us today. That wraps up. I got a little bit of technical difficulties, but we figured it out. Rest in peace to my microphone. It's been a good run over 2 years, let me tell you. But I want you guys to know, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. And Heart of Christ Ministry, me as a face seller, we're going to continue to do whatever we can to help you to be the very best that you can be in every single sense of the word. And we're going to go into overdrive as it relates to financial and money. Why? Because you deserve to have a whole lot of money in your life to do the things that you love and to not be held back. And that is my calling. That is what I'm here for. And that's why I'm just downloading stuff from the divine so I can share it with you. With that being said, guys, you were absolutely lovely today. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being here. We are signing off. Reverend Shaun Robert Grant, Heart of Christ Ministry. Here comes the outro.
Every dream begins with a vision. A vision that sees everything before anyone else ever can. A vision that ignites the endless power to make all